Welcome back to the Moot Workshop. This time we're going to be looking at a 2014 MacBook Pro 13-inch that won't start up. And what makes this a very special episode of the Moot Workshop is that this is my daily driver. I actually use this computer to edit our videos, so I have a pretty big stake in making sure we solve this problem. This time on the Moot Workshop. It was working one morning, and then in the afternoon, the screen was dark, and you push the power button, and nothing happens. If you hook the charger up to it, the light turns red on the charger. It thinks it's charging, and still nothing. Maybe it's running, but it's stuck in some way. Let's hold down the power button and try to shut it down. You do this for 10 seconds. That disk drive noise that you hear is actually not this computer. There's another computer right over there. All right, here we go. Nothing. I don't know if you can see this, but the light on the charger is red, so it thinks it's charging. Now I'm going to try restarting the SMC, the power management, shift control option, and the power button all at the same time. Here we go. And I let go of it, and it turns green, so I think that worked. But if I push the button, still nothing happens. So either the power button's dead, which I doubt because this used the power button to restart it, or there's something else wrong. It thinks it's charging. The other day when this failed to work, that was green and it's been sitting uncharged. So it's unclear what's going on here. So let's open this thing up and see if we can figure out what's going on. It's held together with these little pentalobe screws, which if you've got a very tiny jeweler's screwdriver, you can just barely turn them around, but it does booger the heads up. The right way to do this is to use a proper pentalobe screwdriver, which I had to order and wait to arrive. These two screws near the hinge are shorter than the others, so we need to make sure we don't get them mixed up with the rest. There's two little snaps we need to pop loose here on the case back. And there's the insides. Now before I touch anything in here, I better put on this static wristband and clip the clip to either a ground or something really serious metal that'll absorb any static electricity that I have on me. So the first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to peel this cover off of the battery connector. I'm going to carefully pry the battery connector loose. So now we know for sure it's off. So let's try starting it back up again. So yeah, it's not doing anything. So now I got to decide what I'm going to do here because although I'd like to run through the whole troubleshooting and repair of this thing, however long it takes, and just because it would be interesting, the fact is I need a computer to use and this thing's dead. So I'm going to have to kind of sidestep this issue and try something different. And that something different is a Transplant. This is a 15-inch MacBook Pro from exactly the same year. It works perfectly, except the battery's a little weak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transplant the solid-state drive out of my old one into this one, and that'll get me back up and running. A big thank you goes out to my old friend St. Chris in New Jersey for donating the 15-inch laptop. Really saved my bacon. There's the SSD right there. Before we do anything, we're going to put on our anti-static bracelet and we're going to disconnect the battery. It's held down with a single Torx T4 screw. Once the screw's out, we can just pull the card out of the connector. Now we go to the old computer and do the same thing. Rather than leaving the SSD from the 15-inch lying around so it can get damaged or lost, we'll go ahead and reinstall it in the 13-inch, and we'll set that aside in case we ever want to try to repair it. Now we'll put the SSD from the 13-inch that has all our data on it into the slot in the 15-inch and put that Torx screw back in place. Reconnect the battery. Okay, before we put all the screws back in it, let's try and fire this thing up, see if anything happens. And looky there, it works. I just need to plug it into some power. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now we just need to button this thing back up, put all the screws back in, make sure we get those two little ones in the right place. And we'll put the back cover back on the little one again, and we'll set that aside. Just for laughs, let's see if the little one will start up. Stranger things have happened. Nope, still dead. Well, you served me well, little friend, but you've been replaced. So what's our takeaway here from this episode? Well, the takeaway is that this is a great example of the difference between your approach when you are fixing a machine because you're trying to preserve it, you're trying to restore it, or fixing a machine because you need to use it. Your approach is going to be different. If you need to use it, sometimes you just have to bail and take another route. And in this case, we had to just switch to a different machine. We may yet go back to that original machine and fix it later, but we can only really do that when we're not under the gun and we're not in a big hurry. So because this was my daily driver machine, it had to get fixed, and it had to get fixed in a hurry. So that's what we did. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Moot Workshop. If you enjoyed that video, please like it. If you're enjoying our videos in general, please let YouTube know and us know by subscribing to the channel, and leave comments on any of the videos that you like, and we'll try to reply if we can. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time on the Moot Workshop.